can't imagine anybody.
She's just kind of quiet. I keep waiting to come to that. I mean, I always knew what I did with my engineering. Yeah. I'm not very nice. Okay.
So that's across the street. The other one, that would be like next to Campac. Yeah, so no, it's going the other direction towards the highway. And childcare facility and get some additional space. Anxiety that we used to go to the air right out of it. We just redid one of those trailers. I can get that out.
No, it's just a memory. Yeah, yet another
So that was, if it wasn't started when you were there last time, it's kind of one of the next things we were working on. So the building has been purchased now. So now it's just a matter of getting the final cost. I know we had started e-commerce. I would say we just had 7 days completely redo our e-commerce space and admin because we're still continually growing that. Even after the COVID numbers really grow e-commerce, right? But even past that, as everything's open back up for e-commerce, it's still just in. So we're able to get that approved. So that's actually happening right now. Those frames will be in by March.
No, she's
Lots of
doing marketing.
Headcount's still roughly the same. We're trying to add more bodies every chance we get. And hopefully that's one of the drivers. She went to the Chapter facility because it's a thing that just out there and just get some additional employees in the She worked for she went. Thank you so much. Can you do it just right now?
They just have a wonderful experience. And you know, Jeff Wells,
Melissa, hi. I'm sorry to this team. Melissa Burch from KITCC.
Good morning, everyone. I'm well mic'd.
You are.
I will speak in a normal voice. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our celebration of exporting excellence in the state of Kansas. My name is Jeff Willis, and I'm the International Division Director for the Department of Commerce. I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for our event today. We have a great program arranged for you, and we hope you enjoy it. For more than 3 decades now, successive governors of our state have recognized a single Kansas company with the honor of being designated the Governor's Exporter of the Year. Created as a way to showcase the exporting achievements of businesses large and small, this award not only heralds the winner's achievements, but it also stands as a bold reminder to all Kansas companies that exporting is good for Kansas as well as good for their own businesses' bottom line. Today we're pleased to have both Governor Kelly and Lieutenant Governor Toland here in person to mark this occasion. Their presence here for this event bears testimony to their strong support for economic development in the state of Kansas, as well as showing the role that Kansas companies' exports play in contributing to that development. Before we proceed with the main program, I also want to thank all the Kansas exporters, including past award winners, and we have several in the audience here today. We have Creekstone Premium Beef, last year's award winner. We also have Biomicrobics, and we have representatives from Shoreline. Let's give them all a round of applause. We also have several legislators in the audience, Representative Poskin and Representative Francis, who hail from the locations that our two finalists come from in the state. And we also have media organizations and others in attendance, and I want to thank you all for coming here today for this event. The more we can get the word out about how exporting benefits not just the company that is exporting, but the entire community, the better positioned we will be as a state to nurture and develop future generations of international companies. Now I have the pleasure of introducing Lieutenant Governor and Commerce Secretary David Toland to make some brief remarks about today's ceremony, after which he will then announce or introduce Governor Kelly. Here is Lieutenant Governor Toland.
Thank you so much, Jeff. I am very pleased to stand with Governor Kelly and before all of you today as we support and celebrate the exporting achievements of Kansas companies. Exports play an important role in our state's economy, and the good news, the great news, is that more and more Kansas companies are making exporting a central part of their sales strategies. It's not surprising for us to be here today as we celebrate the success of two of our state's strongest exporters. While all companies have encountered unexpected challenges this year, these two companies have persevered and have both exhibited the creativity, the resilience, and the business savvy that is worthy of our recognition. Each is a great example for other exporting firms, and each has a good reason to be proud of their achievements. While export sales success is the goal of many companies, achieving sustainable results requires attention to detail and flexibility. Significantly, it also requires an intense focus on relationship building. By collaborating with both their foreign and domestic partners, these companies put in that hard work and have accomplished big things. Governor Kelly understands all of this. She knows the ways that government can work with business, with the private sector to advance our common goals. And even though the pandemic has prevented her and myself and all of our team from traveling internationally as frequently as we would like and as frequently as we had hoped, the governor has still found ways to meet with foreign governments and with business leaders virtually and whenever possible here in this building. In fact, shortly after taking office, Governor Kelly took major steps to support international trade in our state and to help create the next generation of award-winning exporters. Key among them was her action to rebuild the international division at the Kansas Department of Commerce. By fully staffing our international trade efforts, we have ensured that all of our businesses will have full access to the range of services and programs that are offered in our state, and that foreign companies looking to locate in the United States recognize Kansas as the nation's best place for foreign direct investment. And so it is in that spirit that I'm very pleased, honored, and excited to welcome our governor, Governor Laura Kelly.
You know, it's a very very special event, important and profound event when we do not hear any of the really dumb jokes from Lieutenant Governor.
They're not that bad.
Yeah, they are. So anyway, in all seriousness, thank you, Lieutenant Governor Dolan, and good morning to everyone. Thank you all for joining us for an important and exciting announcement recognizing exporting excellence in our state. You know, receiving this award is a very significant accomplishment. Since 1989, the Kansas governor has recognized just one company each year as Exporter of the Year. 2021 marks our 33rd year. Kansas was one of the first states to specifically establish an award to recognize the success and contributions made by exporting companies. It's also, by far, one of the most rigorous processes. It involves the scrutiny by past award winners and other trade facilitation partners statewide that contribute to our exporting system. The Kansas Department of Commerce proudly partners with the Kansas International Trade Coordinating Council to facilitate this award. Together, they evaluate the nominations and make the final selection recommendation. I want to thank the Council for its hard work and attention in orchestrating this selection process. I also want to give special thanks to all of the companies that applied for this year's award. These last 2 years have brought challenges for Kansans, and exporting companies are no different. The pandemic has impacted even the most seasoned exporters in ways they could not have foreseen. Despite the challenges, some Kansas companies have made record high export sales this past year. By pursuing an export sales strategy, our companies can spread out the risks from any specific market, regardless of the cause, and continue to grow their business. Today you will learn about 2 companies that have what it takes to overcome the challenges of today's international business environment. Both finalists have clearly demonstrated sustained and truly superior exporting performance. They have also shown agility and flexibility in their marketing strategies, serving as an example for other Kansas companies looking to excel in the export arena. While both have achieved excellence in their respective areas, unfortunately, there can only be one winner. But before I make that announcement, I want to turn the program back over to Jeff to introduce our next speaker so we can learn more about our finalist companies. Jeff.
Thank you, Governor Kelly. Our next speaker is Professor Melissa Burch, who, apart from being the Director of International Programs at the School of Business at the University of Kansas, also serves as the Chair of the Kansas International Trade Coordinating Council, which, as you've heard earlier, is the organization that is charged each year with executing the Exporter of the Year selection process. Melissa, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Jeff. I'll whisper here. My name is Melissa Burch, and I am the chair of the Kansas International Trade Coordinating Council, often known as the KITCC. And I am so pleased to be here, along with several of my colleagues who were able to be here for this event, to celebrate the announcement of the Governor's 2021 Kansas Exporter of the Year. The Council is a diverse group of professionals bringing together trade facilitators from both the public and private sectors, academics from Kansas universities who specialize in international business, and very importantly, individuals from companies who have previously won this prestigious designation. Working with the Kansas Department of Commerce, the KITCC strives to identify Kansas companies that represent the best of exporting in Kansas. Growing export sales, new international markets, pioneering product or services introductions. It's a pretty tall order. And every year, for for the past 33 years, we keep finding them. It is always something of a surprise. Big companies and small ones, from Dodge City to Sabetha, Clay Center to Arc City, Kansas City to Wichita. Exporters of the Year represent the best of Kansas business, globally competitive firms that are quick to innovate, creative in their approach to new markets, and known for their commitment to their local communities. COVID has certainly created many challenges for firms doing business internationally, but even this year, we had many excellent exporters compete. The KITCC reviewed applications in virtual meetings, held virtual presentations with company leaders, and even engaged in virtual facility tours. After that was over, we met virtually again to quite literally agonize over our decision. The finalists here today are truly the cream of the crop, companies every Kansan can be proud of. Both companies are using their very specialized expertise and the power of global markets to solve some of the world's most pressing problems. For communities everywhere on the planet, access to adequate infrastructure and ample renewable energy is essential for prosperity. These companies that we'll be learning about today are so similar and yet so different. One Exporter of the Year finalist, Black & Beach, provides engineering services to clients around the world, building water and sewage systems, hydroelectric power plants, and other infrastructure essential for growing economies and raising living standards. Founded more than 100 years ago by two engineers, graduates of public higher education in Kansas, the company is now the 7th largest employee-owned firm in the U.S., executing projects in more than 170 companies. The second finalist for Exporter of the Year, Conestoga Energy, was just a startup with 4 employees a decade ago. Today, it employs more than 100 individuals, and its exports to companies in Europe and Latin America account for almost half its annual sales. Dedicated to creating a healthier tomorrow, Conestoga is engaged in the production and global trading of low-carbon renewable fuels and alcohols used for sanitizing. Both of these companies share a commitment to excellence, to better understand a foreign customer's need, to find the best way to meet a new or different regulatory standard, and finally, to utilize technology to deliver, in this case, a carbon-free future. Both companies engage highly skilled individuals and creative problem solvers that are never satisfied until they win the next contract, overcome the next challenge, and make the image of Kansas products and services synonymous with superior quality and value. The KITCC is honored to present these companies as finalists for the 2021 Governor's Exporter of the Year. Jeff, can I hand it back to you and ask you to tell us some more about these companies?
Thank you, Melissa. What a wonderful description of the selection process and the companies that succeed in being selected as the Governor's Exporter of the Year. Certainly, we can all see from your brief account of the 2 finalists that they both exhibit many of the qualities you described. But to truly appreciate all that both companies embody, we thought you might enjoy hearing a bit about what they do in their own words. We will begin by showing you a video prepared by Conestoga Energy, located in Liberal, Kansas. After we see the video, I will also present a PowerPoint and narrate that, so you'll have plenty of opportunity to learn more. Here we go. have a PowerPoint presentation about Conestoga. Conestoga invests in new technologies, helping its customers on the path to decarbonization, and curates an international product portfolio, including byproducts of our renewable alcohol manufacturing, to develop sustainable solutions for sustained growth. Conestoga prides itself on leveraging the products grown on the land and the hard work of its local Kansas community. It's very rewarding to have a win-win situation where the success of Conestoga contributes to the success of our local community in the global economy. Roughly 1/3 of the bushels of grain Conestoga processes at their bioethanol plants is purchased directly from Kansas farmers, as well as 85% of the grain used is Kansas grown. With roughly 200 employees across North America and exports to 8 countries, Conestoga balances innovative solutions with old-fashioned service to grow its global impact from its home base in liberal Kansas. Conestoga's core values are caring for people, accountability, integrity, and passion for excellence. Conestoga has a rich history in renewables and a leadership team with a combined 140 years of management experience in the renewable energy industry. Their annual activity in the renewable energy sector includes producing over 200 million gallons of low-carbon biofuels per year. Conestoga's core competencies also include distiller grains and feed, logistics and delivery, and as of 2021, high-quality alcohol ingredients used in products from personal care to pharmaceuticals. Sustainability is at the core of Conestoga's business model for their low-emission biofuel plants, practicing CO2 capture and sequestration and using the co-products from their bioethanol production process to create sustainable feed solutions for farmers and ranchers. Conestoga has 2 ethanol plants in Kansas, one in Liberal and the other in Garden City. Conestoga believes in supporting and sourcing from sustainable farming partners to produce low-carbon products, which contributes to their standing in the top 10% of lowest carbon intensity values of all ethanol producers in the U.S. By attaining and maintaining high standards of excellence in production and process management, they are proud to be ISCC Plus and ISCC EU certified. Conestoga sources from sustainable farmers who utilize the following practices: low carbon crop rotation, use plant cover crops, reduced or no-till farming practices, precision farming, maintain integrated livestock and crop rotations, adopt agroforestry practices, and manage whole systems and landscapes. And so that's the presentation about Conestoga Energy. Now, let's watch the video presentation presented by our second finalist, Black and Veatch, which is based in Overland Park, Kansas.
The world we want. We want clean energy. Enough food for everyone. We want everyone and everything connected. To eliminate time and distance constraints. We want to fix the climate. To solve world hunger. To travel to new worlds. The world we want ignites. Here.
Clean from chemical contaminations, the world that has decoupled our food system from fossil fuels.
And we are the planet. We are the environment.
In the world that I want, robots do the work for us, and we tell them how to do it efficiently.
Having a positive impact on the environment that we couldn't have before.
It's a big, bold, aspirational goal. It's not a place that we think we will recognize when we get there. It's a journey that we're embarked on. There's a lot that we need to build.
Since its founding 116 years ago in Kansas City by two University of Kansas alumni, Black & Veatch has been at the forefront of innovation in providing the world with critical human infrastructure. Big things like designing and building water, wastewater, and electric plants, or developing or delivering on modern telecommunications systems, and much more. Through those many decades, the key export of the employee-owned company that calls Overland Park home has been its intellectual capital and ingenuity, centered around the pursuit of making lives better for the communities and clients it serves. Brainpower has been Black & Veatch's key export, illustrated by the diverse array of vital projects that make life more sustainable around the ever-changing globe. The company deployed its design and engineering might in delivering to a Chilean copper mining operation the ability to better use desalinated ocean water for its operations, protecting local groundwater sources. In Asia, where the most significant investments in new electric generation capacity in coming years is expected in renewable energy, Black & Veatch is helping clients diversify their energy production with wind and solar projects that bolster their sustainability. Along the way in addressing emerging challenges such as climate change and the rising need to do things cleaner and greener, Black & Veatch announced a year ago that it no longer will participate in new coal-based power market design and construction. Doing so will allow it to focus on carbon-free clean energy technologies. All the while, Black & Veatch leads the way in building charging stations meant to satisfy the demands of proliferating adoption of electric vehicles. It builds smart grids that future-proof cities, along with efficient data centers during an unfolding digital revolution. And it's helping commercial and industrial clients lower their carbon footprints while championing broader use of hydrogen at a time when more countries, companies, and states ambitiously look to decarbonize, much of it at the behest of consumers. At Black & Veatch, the commitment since its birth always has been building a world of difference. And as the world's infrastructure needs change, the company will be answering the call. I'm making this a pregnant pause. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. I'd like to ask Governor Kelly to come back up to the podium so that we may present the awards of the finalist plaque and the Governor's Exporter of the Year award to our two finalists. The first plaque for the finalist or runner-up this year for the Governor's Exporter of the Year award goes to Conestoga Energy. Let's all have applause for Conestoga Energy. Conestoga Energy representatives would like to come up. We'll be happy to make a presentation. We'll have a single photo here, and then later after the event, we can go ahead and have other photos if you'd like. Congratulations to Conestoga Energy. And so now I'd like to make the announcement. Perhaps the governor, you'd like to actually, well, you've got the mask on. I'll go ahead. Make the announcement for the this year's winner of the Exporter of the Year award, Black & Veatch. congratulations again to Black & Veatch for winning the coveted 2021 Governor's Exporter of the Year Award.
First of all, thank you so much to the state of Kansas, to the governor, to the secretary, to KITCC, especially to April Chang for driving us during this process. There are so many things, so much information that's necessary that I remember telling April at one point, is it not sufficient just to tell you that we've worked in over 100 countries? And she said, no, Clint, it's not. I need to know the name of every one of them. And through that process, we established that we now are in 173 countries, not just over 100. So thank you to April to drive us in the process. I also would like to take this opportunity to recognize some people. I don't spend enough time in the State House. We diligently do our work around the globe. We like to think that we're quiet leaders in the engineering and construction business for smart, sustainable, and resilient engineering work. Building a world of difference is our motto. We wake up eating, sleeping, and breathing that. But I'd like to thank the people that spend the time here in Topeka to help us with our process and our interests. I'd like to recognize the Overland Park Chamber. I see Kevin and Beth are here today. I'd like to thank ACEC of Kansas, Scott Heidner, and his association to the KC Chamber. I'd like to recognize Aaron Miller from the Kansas Chamber. Have I left anyone out? But those are the people who really do the hard work here in Topeka to help make sure that Black & Veatch can be a global headquarters in the state of Kansas, wherever we fly, wherever we travel. I'm a proud Kansan. I'm a proud great nephew of Thomas Veatch, one of the founders of this company, and I'm a proud great-grandson of one of the first 3 professors at the University of Kansas. So to say I bleed Kansas, I certainly do. This is a wonderful opportunity to speak to the wonderful, innovative opportunities that we have at Black & Veatch, and we never really thought much about us being exporters. We were engineers and constructors. It wasn't so much about goods, it was more about services that we deliver. Our job is our reputation. When we leave the state of Kansas and we work somewhere else, the job is not done until the client says that the job is done. That's a wonderful place to be. It makes it easy to wake up every morning and do our job. Working in the state of Kansas and headquartered here has created wonderful opportunities. Sometimes it creates challenges for us, as I'm sure the governor can share a few of her own stories. And sometimes, Secretary Toland, I start off with a bad joke or two myself, so it's okay. But I'll end my remarks saying that we are grateful to be a part of the state of Kansas and to receive this recognition. And we will take this time to celebrate at our company and around the world for this recognition. And tomorrow morning we'll wake up and we'll continue to do it again, hopefully in another country for another customer. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations again to Black & Veatch for being named this year's Governor's Exporter of the Year Award winner. And thank you again, Governor Kelly and Lieutenant Governor Toland, for being here today, and all of the people in the audience as well for celebrating this event of exporting excellence here in the state of Kansas. Thank you very much for attending today.
Thank you very much.